Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. In today's little experiment that I'm going to subject you to, I'm going to take 4 of my 32 books, and I literally picked the 4 that I felt I liked the best. And I'm going to give you a very brief, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute each, I don't know, um, statement of my feelings as I'm looking at the book myself. For what it's worth. You might find it fun, you might want to find some other video to watch. Anyway. First book, Secrets. I like that I picked the cover of an ear. That was cool. I love writing these short 2-minute stories. I'm impatient. I'm getting more impatient as I get older. And so I love the idea of a self-contained 2 or 3 minute story. The reason I kind of picked this first, maybe my very favorite book, is because it is a bunch of secrets. So I've got a bunch of diary entries. Diary entry of an average man on his 10th birthday, 20th birthday, up to 90th. Other diary entries like I'm insecure. I like to read children's books. I'm thorough. Okay, some say compulsive. I have low sex drive. I'm nice but not good. Then I stuck in a section of practical secrets, my time-saving secrets, my diet secrets, my secrets for improving mood, which doesn't always work for me, I must admit. My money secrets, those do work pretty well. My self-employment secrets, that's good stuff. Then I have a series of In Confession. A slug goes to confession, Donald Trump goes to confession, Joe Biden goes to confession, a pothead goes to confession, a spendaholic goes to confession, an inquisitor goes to confession, a dog goes to confession. There you get it. Okay. Then I have a section called Behind Closed Doors. Each of these is 2 minutes long. What you don't see, what a person whose life is in disarray while he presents very nice front appearance. A fight about time. This is raised about couples. A fight about time, a fight about money, a fight about sex, a fight about family. Then I got a series of little secrets about family, romantic relationships, work, all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. Murder, those are fun. About a little old biddy's garden club and how they murder one of the members. That was fun. Affirmative actions about a disgruntled infectious disease professor who didn't get tenure and an African-American woman did, and he was really pissed what he did about it. Other crime. This was really true. This was based on an absolutely true story. When I was a teacher, and two of my 13-year-olds raped my aide when I had brought many of the kids to my home. I wanted them to experience middle-class life, and they didn't all fit in my house, so some of them stayed with my aide's house down the street, and 2 of them raped her in the middle of the night. What else? Then a little section called Admitted Only to a Dog. A 12-year-old talks to her doggie. A college student talks to his doggie. Again, all the things you only reveal to your dog. A cheese clerk talks to his dog. An Israeli veteran talks to her dog. A salesman turned fundraiser talks to his dog. A dancer talks to her dog. A beauty queen talks to her dog. A CEO talks to his dog. An 85-year-old talks to his dog. Then some secrets about politics, dilemmas, even weird stuff like a vegan who craves Burger King. My Toupee is another fictional story about somebody who's a drone who uses it to be a peeping Tom. How I escaped from the Tower of London. And my first experience, the 70-plus social club, based on a real experience. But anyway, this is my favorite. In the back it says, here are peeks at what people usually keep private. Some are upbeat, some are sad, all are intriguing. My favorite little book. And I really, because I don't give a shit about money, but I do give a shit about being read, etc. I priced this like crazy low. I think it's $1 or $2 in the Kindle version, and I think it's $5 for the print version. Okay, next. People it really speaks to the fact that you've got to keep things simple. I think my most popular book these days, Little Doggie Stories, 2-minute stories. This is my actual doggie on the cover. The back side says, humorous and serious stories that are short enough to read before bedtime when you have a couple minutes to kill. That's it. I won't say any more about that. My most useful book is nonfiction, How to Do Life. but it's not your standard advice. I try to not write what everybody else does. So I've got a section called 7 Tips That May Make You Happier. Unusual ways to deal with stress. That wasn't really that unusual. I'm full of shit here. They're okay. They're not great. A realist talks about personal growth, how much is really possible. About self-acceptance, I think ends up really important. Change is much harder than the stupid self-help gurus would have us believe. Self-acceptance is underrated. Who should be our heroes and make fun of people who lionize performers and politicians and athletes, and talk about who should be. I'm not going to go into detail. I think this is getting too long. Anyway, I got a section on how to do life, both on personal growth, relationships. I wrote one of those is loyalty is irrational. See what I mean by not conventional. Then a big section on work, because I'm a career counselor. A realist talks career, for example. 7 unpopular ideas about work. When someone fails to launch, I don't want to be a barista forever, I think. Hiring reinvented. I'm retired with not enough to do. Some attempts at wisdom. Some predictions for the future. Probably my more useful book. The back cover says, from this award-winning career and personal coach, fresh ideas for personal growth, relationships, work, daily life, improving the world, at least your sphere of influence. How to do life. Again, I priced them all like crazily cheap. I think it's $5. I think $1 or $2 in Kindle. Again, I swear, all I really care about is helping. I'm old. And so all I want to do is help and make a difference and entertain and all the rest of it. Finally, speaking of old, the 4th book I want to talk to you about is Senior Stories. Not sappy. Back cover says, mostly based on true events, these are short stories of older people's work, relationships, health, and the meaning of life. Again, 2 to 3 minute stories. I love them. I don't need to tell you about them. But anyway, again, probably I think it's $5, $1 or $2 in Kindle. Anyway, I'm proud of those. It's my best work. I've written more famous books. I've written books in the Dummies series. But I kind of like these better. These are a little more recent, and I think serve a better purpose. These 2 to 3 minute essays and stories, I think, is what we have to accept. That always, humankind has always wanted short form. Very few people read fat books. And if we really care about making a difference, not just being impressive, I think we have to be concise. And in that spirit, I'm going to be concise here. As usual, I thank you for watching. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And it certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 32 books. These 4 that I mentioned were, just to briefly go over them, they're all on Amazon. Secrets, short stories. Little Doggie stories, short stories. How to do life, advice on life, work, and the future. Again, these are all separate little 2-minute articles. And finally, Senior Stories, lighter and darker. They're all on Amazon. Just go there, search on my name, Marty Nemko, Nemko, and you'll find all 32, more than you can stomach. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I hope you didn't view this as just a boring commercial or something. I didn't mean it to quite be that way, but I feel like it's turned out that way, and if so, I apologize. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.